Happy Halloween, you guys. Today is officially Halloween. We just went and did some trick-or-treating, and obviously we have a bunch of animatronics back here. Now I'm making the decision to go ahead and start tearing down the display. So it's a decent enough night out. I figured, what the heck, let's go tear some of it down. I know it's Halloween, I should leave it up, but it's supposed to rain some more, so I figured I'd just go tear some of this down, get it over with, and start getting all these torn down and put away. Like I said, I still have to make some shelving, so I'm going to take you up front, show you what is still there, and then we're going to go ahead and start tearing some of this stuff down, bring it in the garage, and then we'll slowly be putting it all away. So this is the last and final update. I don't know why this light didn't turn on. My wife must have unplugged it. She seems to be completely over it. She's got all the decorations down in the house, and she asked me if I was going trick-or-treating tonight or if I was going home and tearing down my display. And I said, well, I'm gonna go trick-or-treating with you guys, of course. So me and my oldest daughter went around trick-or-treating. My youngest, she was over it pretty quick, so took my oldest and we went and got a boatload of candy. And now I'm here, so we're gonna go ahead and start this process, tearing this all down. Probably start with the tombstones, get all these picked up, start from there. But right now I got everything on. Well, most everything on. Animatronics. This guy's working. I don't have the eyes on the skelly, and I don't have the witch on. This guy should work if his sensor picks me up, but I doubt it. Headless Horseman's batteries are dead. Gravedigger probably work if I do that. There you go. This Gravedigger, I don't know. I think he overheated. I did not plug him back in. I just left him go, so I might try to mess with him some more once I get him back in the garage. And yeah, now we gotta start this whole process of tearing this all down. So crazy, it happens so fast that all this goes up and it takes months to do. I mean, literally, I started September 1st and I've worked at it every single day for a month. Over a month, almost 2 months. Oh, there goes the scarecrow. And then it all comes back down. The last year was an absolute disaster. I had to work the professional haunted house directly after our trick-or-treat. So our trick-or-treat ended at 5. I had to tear stuff down and then go to the haunted house because it was actually on Halloween last year. And I had like 4 different people, 5 maybe, helping me. And I said, just grab the animatronics. And I don't know if everyone knew what an animatronic was, because everybody just grabbed everything. I had tombstones laying everywhere. Everyone grabbed all the lighting out of the ground. All the cords were everywhere. It was an absolute wire nightmare. And yesterday I made it very clear I will handle the cleanup. So I like to wind up all these Christmas light type lights here and then zip tie them together or wire tie them together, you know, so they're all nice and neat. When you store them in the box, they're not all tangled up, so it's not a disaster come next year. Because I know once I put all this stuff away and get it out next year, I'm gonna be in the same boat. I'm not gonna have enough time to do everything, and I'm damn sure not gonna want to sit and untangle wires. So last year was a disaster, and this year I said I'm not letting that happen. So I'm gonna just go through and just kind of organize everything. Like, I'll go through tonight and I'll pick up all the tombstones and I'll get those all picked up. I'll get those all in a pile and I'll get those all put away. And then I'll just go from there. And then I'll start picking up the animatronics and all the like pumpkins and random stuff. But it is extremely sad that this is going to be gone. I've worked hard putting all this up, making it look as cool as I possibly could, and showing you guys every step of the way, every single day, giving you tons of videos. I have personally poured tons of my own time, devoted almost I would say almost 3 months of daily uploads devoted to YouTube, making sure you guys had tons of content to watch and follow the whole process, the whole season. I will be making a lot of DIY stuff. I know after all of this, I'm going to be taking a much needed break. Because like I said, I've uploaded every single damn day since about July. It's probably June or July. And it has been hectic. Well, with a full-time job and then working the pro hunt and always making sure I was 2 or 3 videos ahead. And then I've just blasted out videos. Somehow we ended up 2 weeks ahead with tons of footage. And I went to 2 videos every single day. Everyone seemed to like that until we got caught up. I wanted to get you guys caught up and have a video out for Halloween. So now we start the whole process of tearing it all down and starting in for next year with bigger plans and bigger ideas. We're gonna make this even better. There's so much traffic tonight. I'm trying to cut all that out so you guys don't have to hear all the cars. But we're gonna go ahead and start tearing all this down, and then I'll just keep videoing as we go along for the rest of the evening here, and try to get most of this down. I'm not gonna get all of it, but we're gonna get most of it. Get a lot of the smaller stuff. Get all these stuff put away so I can get all my totes out of the way. Like get all the hands out of the ground. All the pumpkins and everything. We'll get all this stuff picked up. Like I said, we'll do all the tombstones, and then I guess during the daytime I'll get all the lighting, just because there's cords every which direction, and I had to come out here and cut a bunch of zip ties and all that stuff. So let's start this long process. And I appreciate all you guys for sticking around and watching everything. And I hope you all enjoyed the big Halloween trick-or-treat video. That was a lot of fun. A lot of cool people came by. Last night there was a ton of traffic that came through here. There's a lot of people stopping, checking everything out. A few people stopped and asked if they could get out and walk around. I said, you know, you don't have to sit and parked in the middle of the road. You guys can get out and walk and look around. And I go, oh, okay, yeah, cool, thanks. So I had a few people get out. Some subscribers on YouTube stopped by. That was pretty neat. I got to meet some of you guys. It's really cool. It was a really cool experience yesterday. It was huge. The turnout was massive. I've never seen a trick-or-treat around here that big. So it definitely went well. And I did make a few posts in a bunch of different groups locally, so everyone knew what time our trick-or-treat was, and the turnout was massive. There was probably between 350 and 450 people that walked through here, and everyone was filming and videotaping this thing, taking photos, tons of photo op spots for everybody. But I did learn over on this side, where I had everything, like Torture Box Woman, she was fine because she was here with the fence on her. But beyond that, everything that was out here, obviously I didn't make my fence. And, you know, I learned my first year, that's why I picked up this fence, because I had all this without fencing. And everyone thinks that, oh, there's no fencing, just go ahead and let your kids walk up in there. You know, it's fine. No, there's thousands of dollars worth of stuff in here. People, please keep your kids out of people's yards. I don't understand people. Like, I don't get it. Like, everyone just watched their kids walk up in there, and I had to be the one that walked up there like, hey, get your kid out of my yard, please. Hey, quit having your kid yank the freaking head around on that doll, or, you know, don't pull on that guy's hand, or, like, can you not be in the yard? Get away. So next year, I now know, which I already knew, because the year before I had corn down here, so everyone stayed out. And I usually put corn on the walkway, and I didn't do corn this year but I always do corn stalks up and down the sidewalk just to keep people out. So I usually put corn on each side of the graveyard here, and that just kind of keeps you out of it, so people don't feel the need to walk in. So again, I've already learned that lesson. In the first year I did this, I had caution tape across the front, and I learned very quickly that doesn't work. That doesn't keep anybody out. Everyone just decides to walk in there. So that's why I did the fence, but then people would walk around the back. So I know next year we're building a shitload of fencing, because if it's just going to keep getting bigger and the people are going to keep flocking over here, we got to barricade this somehow. Or people are just going to keep walking in here like just roaming animals. Like, it was crazy. Just everyone was just walking around up in here, walking up to the wizard. Like, I get some people want to do photo ops, and that I don't mind. It's when like just the random people like just let their kids go and do whatever they want. It's like, come on now, can you not do that? Like, all this back here where I wasn't standing, everyone was messing with everything back here and messing with the clowns and all that stuff. So next year we're building fencing all the way down. If I do that, if I go all the way down next year, we'll have fencing completing everything, like blocking everything so you can't get in it. You can look, but don't touch. And next year we'll have signs up that say that, look, but don't touch. And I'm gonna have those made everywhere. And photo ops are fine, I don't mind, but just the whole mass of people coming out and just letting your kids do whatever. It's like, please be respectful, guys. Like, I just don't understand some people. But I also know some people don't give a shit, and it ain't their stuff, so they don't care. They just think it's funny. They watch their kid, oh yeah, that's cool, look, I broke that hand off, or whatever, you know. And a couple years ago, kids come in breaking stuff. Like, yeah, that's cool, Dad, as you're standing there watching them do that. But anyway, that's my rant. So I hope everyone had a safe Halloween and a good trick-or-treat and an awesome haunt season. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start tearing some of this down, and in the next snippet you're gonna see most of this down. Stay tuned. All right, so we got some of this stuff down. I'm probably gonna take that scarecrow down yet. These guys I'll get sometime tomorrow. I'll probably get this little guy down, the easy stuff. We still got this dude up. We got all the tombstones down. And we still got all this. This is, obviously I started putting all this together in like March, April, somewhere in there. And now it's all got to go in the garage because it's about to get cold and start snowing. So I got to cram a 12-foot skeleton, a 12-foot witch, and a whole lot of animatronics in there yet. I got 13 animatronics sitting out here, plus a 12-foot skeleton, a scarecrow, and the skeleton sacrifice, and the witch. And this zombie, I counted him too. He's not animatronic, but still, he's a huge life size. I still got to put all these in my garage. And that huge freaking horse. And I don't have much room. And this is what our graveyard looks like now. You see, I always use those tombstones to hide my lights. So now, you see all the lighting exposed, lighting everything up. I figured I would just leave some of this up so I can try to chip away at some of this crap tonight and get some of this broke down in the garage. I'll take you back there and show you that mess. But it is Halloween, so I figured I would leave some of these up and then this week I'll just start chipping away at pulling these back down. But I have a disaster in my garage. So here's the mess in the garage. We got a lot more big, huge pumpkins. My huge tombstones over here. The pile of the graveyard. Got all the tombstones over there. Most of the tombstones I put away. They're back up there. I gotta get these boxes down and put the animatronics in them. And then I can stack tombstones on top of those boxes all the way to the ceiling. But I gotta find places for all these pumpkins. I gotta go to Home Depot tomorrow and get some boards so I can put a shelf or two up here so I can stash stuff. Maybe one over that way too, so I can stash stuff up against the wall. And then one up here where that little 1x2 is. I need to get rid of that thing. Or 1x3, whatever that thing is. It's too flimsy to hold anything, but I need a 2x4 or something up there, or a couple of them. And I can get rid of some of that junk in the Spirit Halloween display. Get rid of that, and I can put another one up top. Up there, I can probably stash all the tombstones or all the pumpkins up on top up there. I gotta figure out something, because I got huge tombstones now. I got all these boxes. I got the box for the witch, the 12-foot skelly. I got a whole mess over there of fog machines. I gotta bust all those down. I just got a lot of work to do. And I gotta put 13 more animatronics in here. And yeah, I gotta get all this stuff broke down. So that's gonna do it for today's update, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed all of this chaos. So over the next couple nights I might video some more and just kind of show you the progress of stashing it away, because I know a lot of you have been asking how in the hell I'm gonna store all this stuff. So I guess I'll do a few updates and show you the progress of storing it all away. So until next time, hope you guys had a great Halloween. We'll catch you on the next video.